to me yet, so share the screen with all of you. Okay, so we're going to do something simple today. So first of all, let's take a look at the first question. Okay, so this question is pretty easy. So let's just take a look at this one. So Zoe, I would like you to read the question for me first.
The digits 2, 3, and 7 can form 6 different three-digit numbers. Find the average of these 6 numbers.
So let's take a look at this one. So how many numbers can be formed by three different numbers? How many three-digit numbers can be formed from 2, 3, and 7?
It says 6.
6. Okay, very good. So there are 2, 3, 7, 2, 7, 3, and 7, 3, 2, and 7, 2, 3, and 3, 2, 7, and 3, 7, 2, correct? Okay, so how many of you are going to calculate all of them and divide it by 6? Right? That's a regular way of doing that, correct? Everybody would do something like that. So, what is your question?
I don't have a question.
Oh, you know how to do it, right? Okay, so could you please tell me what is your quicker way?
I add them and divide them.
You plus them together and divide it by 6, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you can do that, no problem. But that is a little bit slower. Okay, so me as your teacher is going to tell you how to do it quick. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. So plus these numbers together and divide it by 6. Of course, it's a right way. But if you take a look at this one, the number of 7, 2, and 3, they show up at what? Both digit tens place and hundred place for every single one for 2 times. Correct, Amelia? So all we need to do is just 2 plus 3 times 7 times what? Times 2, and 2 plus 3 plus 7 times 20, and 2 plus 3 plus 7 times 200. Do you understand what I mean? Because this 3 stands for 300, this 7 stands for 700, this 2 stands for 200. So all I need to do is 12 times 222 and divide it by 6. So 6 and 12 division is 1 and a 2. So the answer is 444. That would be much quicker than you calculate 237 plus 273 and plus 732 and plus 723 and plus 327 and plus 372. Understand, Zoe? No? Okay, let me do it again. Okay, let me do it again. So because we're using 3-digit, right? So 2, 3, and 7, right? So we're going to use 237 and 273 and 327 and 372 and 723 and 732, correct? So there are 6 numbers we're going to create it through these 3 digits, correct? Okay, so if you take a look at this one, this stands for what? 2 times 100 and plus 3 times 10 and plus 7, right? So all the digit has show up for 2 times for each of the place value. So for this one times 1, for this one times 10, for this one times 100, correct? Okay, so if you study the unit, it's what? It's 7 times 2 plus 2 times 2 plus 3 times 2, correct? For this unit place. Okay, if we place together, yes, Amelia, what is the question?
I'm just supposed to record.
Yes, I'm recording. I'm recording already, yes. So if you put this one, it's 7 plus 2 plus 3 times 2, correct? Okay, so Zoe, Amelia, and Grace, if you take a look at the second one. If you take a look at the second one. Mimi, 你干什么呀？今天 Okay, so it's what? It's 7 times 20 and 2 times 20 and plus 3 times 20. Correct? Okay, so this one equals what? equals 7 plus 20, 2 plus 3 times 20. Okay, last one, is it 2 times 200? Because how many 2's are there? We should do this. 2 times 100 times 2, and plus 7 times 100 times 2, and 3 plus 3 times 100 times 2. Get it, Zoe? Okay, so we have 2 plus 3 plus 7 times 200. So plus all of them together. Get it, Zoe? So that's why.
How did you get this?
Which part? This part? Because 7, 3, 7, 2, 3, 2. It's like every single one is 7 times 2. How many 7's are here for this one? We have 3.
2.
2. How many
3.
3's we have? 2. And how many 2 we have here is 2. Correct? Okay, I'm going to do it again. Okay, I think you don't understand still. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. So we have 237, 273, and 327, and 372, and 723, and 732, correct? So let's just study this digit number first. So Grace and Amelia, take a look. Okay, so 237, is it 2 times 100 plus 3 times 10 and plus 7 times 1, correct? The same thing as 2 times 100 plus 7 times 10 and plus 3 times 1. So I want you to rewrite all of them like this way. Yeah, all of you, just do this.把这个都写下来啊。 Okay, so did you write it, everybody? So we have 3 times 100 plus 2 times 10 plus 7 times 1, right? And this one, 3 times 100 plus 7 times 10 and plus 2 times 1. And last one is 7 times 100 plus 2 times 10 plus 3 times 1. And it's 7 times 100 plus 3 times 10 plus 2 times 1, correct? Okay, so let's take a look at this one. So if you take a look at this one, the 100 part, is it 2 times 2 plus 3 times 2 plus 7 times 2? Oh, sorry, it's too quick. Let me just still do one step by step. Okay, so how many 2 times 100 are there? 2, right? Yes, so it's 2 times 2 times 100, right? So how many 3 times 100s are there? Also 2. So 3 times 2 times 100, right? And how many 7 times 100? So 7 times 2 times 100. So if you're putting them together, is it 2 plus 3 plus 7 times 2 times 100, correct? Okay, so I want you to do the same thing for the 100 place, so tens place and ones place. Did you finish? Okay, so I think you will have the same thing as 2 plus 3 plus 7 times 2 times 10, right? And also have 2 plus 3 plus 7 times 2 times 1, correct? Correct? So I'm going to plus all of them together to have what? 2 plus 3 plus 7 times 200 plus 20 plus 2. So that's why the answer became 12 times 222. And we need to divide it by 6 to calculate the average number. So 12 divided by 6 equals 2, and 6 divided by 6 equals 1. So the answer is 440. You understand, Zoe? Understand, Grace? Okay, so this question came much quicker. Value of the thing. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. Lynette's average score on 5 tests is 18. If she scores 24 points on her 6th test, what is her average score on all 6 tests? Okay, you'll go. So I think everybody understand how to calculate the average at the very beginning, right? I don't have to explain this one. Okay, yeah, go. So, Alama, this question should be very easy. So, her average score on 5 tests is 18. What is the total score? Is it 18 times 5 equals 90, right? If she scores 24 points at the 6, so 90 plus 24 and divided by what? Divided by 6. So the answer is 114 divided by 6 equals 19. So 19 points is that. Okay, so do we have any other quickest way to do that? Of course. Okay, so when we have the fifth 5 scores, the average is 18. Can we say that every single one is 18? Yes, we can do that, right? Because average score means on the total, they're 18. So if the last one is 24, so in order to make them the same, so I want to make the 24 into 18 as well. So 24 minus 18 equals what? Equals 6. So there's 6 extra points. So you need to equally put it into each of the test. So what is that? 18 plus 1 equals 19. Get it? So we're not only just to get it right, we want to get it quick. So this is the way. Get it, Grace? Okay, so number 3. Okay, so Grace, can you read the question for me?
Robin received an average score of 64 on his first 3 tests. On his 4th test, he scored 28 more points than the average score on his first 3 tests. What is his new average score?
Okay, so can you do it? Alama? Okay, let's take a look at this one. Okay, Robin received an average score of 64 points on his first 3 tests. So can we do like 64, 64, 64 for the first three? Yes. On his fourth test, he scored 28 more points than the average score on the first. So 24, 64 plus 28. So these 24 need to averagely shared with what? 4 different tests. So 28 divided by 4 equals what? Equals 7. So plus 7, plus 7, plus 7, plus 7. What is his new score? 64 plus 7 equals 71. Much quicker. Get it, everybody? Okay, so if you understand this question, we're going to move to the number 4. Okay, number 4. And please do yours. So the average of 5 numbers is 7, okay? If one of the 5 numbers is removed, the average of the 4 remaining number is 6. What is the value of the number that has been removed? So regular way, you have to do like all x plus, so 7 times 5 minus 4 times 6, so equals 35 minus 24. So the answer is what? Is 11, right? So this is very easy. But we can also think about the other way is like, because before there were 7 7 numbers, and remove one number, so it became 6. So you can think about it. 7 has been removed, plus another every single number has minus one, minus one, minus one, minus one. So how many one has been minus? 4. So 7 plus 4 equals 11. You can directly get the answer as well by looking at them, okay? Okay, so number 5, the average test score for Sean and Ted is 68 points. The average test score for Sean, Ted, and Mary is 72. What is Mary's test score? Very easy questions. So I want all of you get it back to me within 1 minute. Okay, so I'm going to tell you how to do it, okay? So 68 times 2, 72 times 3, and minus it, and equals Mary's, right? Correct, everybody? This is very easy, right? But we can also think about it. We have 68, 68. And now Sean, Ted is 60, 72, 72. So you can just using 72 minus 68 equals 4. So 4 plus 4 plus 72 equals 80. That is Mary's point. Okay, much quicker. You don't have to do a big number of division. So number 6, on a test, the average score of 25 boys and 15 girls is 68 points. The average score for the boys is 62. What is average score for the girls? Okay, so everybody, your turn. 好了吗? Okay, so on the test, the average score for boys and girls is 68. So 25 plus 15 times 68, right? That's the total points altogether, Amelia, right? The average score for boys is 62. 62 times 25 divided by 15. That's the answer, right? Get it, everybody? So the calculation, I need something to talk to you, okay? So the number is pretty big. So 40 times 68 plus 62 times, sorry, minus times 25 over 15, right? But can we do a little bit simplify? We can divide it by 5 for both left side, I'm sorry, top side and bottom side. So this one equals 8 times 68 minus 62 times 5. Okay, so we can just get the number smaller. Get it? So that's, we can just make the number a little bit smaller to make the precisely to make the number better. Okay, so let's take a look at number 7. There are 100 black paper clips, 150 white paper clips, and 250 silver paper clips in a box. The average mass of the paper clip is 3.9 grams. Find the total mass of the paper clips if the box of paper clip has a mass of 2,596. What is the mass of the empty box? What does the mass mean? That means the weight. Correct, Zoe? Okay, so let's try to do this one, okay? Hmm. When you finished, please let me know, okay? So this question is a little bit more calculation. Are you finished? Okay, so I'm going to start to explain, okay? So there are 100 black paper clips. So 100 and 150 and 250, right? So the average mass of the paper clip is 3.9. So all we need to do is just to plus all together and times 3.9, correct? Correct? Okay, so what is the average, what is the mass of the empty box? It's 2596 minus this guy. Correct? Okay, so this question has nothing hard. So Eugene's average score of the three tests is 85. If he want his average score to increase by 2 points, what score must he get for the fourth test? This question should be very, very quick for us to get it if you listen to me for the earlier one. Finished? It should be really quick, okay? Because the average score for the three tests is 85, 85, and 85. And she wants every single one to be 87, 87, 87, and including the last one. So the last one, how many points we need? Plus 2, plus 2, plus 2. So we need extra 6 points plus this 87. So it's 87 plus 6 equals 93 points. Get it? Yes, very good. So with this method, you can do much, much quicker. Okay, so number 9. The total mass of the 8 tennis player is 645 kilograms, and the average mass of the 7 baseball players is 90 kilograms. What is average mass of all the players? Mimi? Okay, so Okay, so let's take a look at this one. The total mass of the 8 tennis players is 645 kilograms, and the average mass 7 is. So the first one is total mass. Okay, so the second one is average mass. So how do we do it? 645 plus 90 times 7 over 8 plus 7. Okay, so again, for the calculation, I have something to say. Okay, 645 plus 90 times 7 over 15. So we can do what? We can divide by 5 for both left side and right side first. So divide 5 equals 1, 2, 9. Okay, so this one divided by 5 equals 1, 8 times 7. And we can divide it by 3 as well. So it's 43 and divided by 3 is 6. So the answer is 43 plus 6 times 7. So equals 43 plus 42 equals 85. It's much easier and much quicker. I don't like doing the big calculation because bigger calculation leads a very big possibility of making mistakes. Understand? Okay, so let's take a look at number 10. Okay, so number 10, Zoe, did you finish? Yes.
I finished.
Okay, very good. Amelia and Grace, please send it to me by chat, okay?
I
Finish.
sent it.
Yeah, okay, thank you. So the Bill received 61 pages of book on the first day, and 49 from the second day, and 52 on the third day. On the fourth day, he read 6 more pages on the average number of the thing. So you first calculate it and plus 6, right? So this question is pretty easy, so we don't really have to spend a lot of time. So now let's take a look at this one. So sometimes in the AMC 8 questions, so we are going to take a look at some questions. They are having the graph. Okay, they look like that. Okay, so we have the number, every single one is having the different things. So Paul is having 20 of the 20 cents, and Sue is having 8 of the 20 cents and 14 of the 10 cents. Understand? So we need to have the ability to read the graph like that. Okay, so I'm going to make this graph a little bit smaller. Sorry about that. Can you see it, everybody? So we can see both questions and the graph at the same time. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. Who has $5.60 in 10 cents and 20 coins? So before do that, I would like you to make a list. Okay, so say we have Ian. So Ian has how many money? So 16 times 0.1 and plus 12 times 0.2. Correct? So the answer is 1.6 plus 2.4. So Ian has 4.0. Okay, so the 10 cents is 16 and 20 cents is 12. So obviously it's not right, right? So we can see Jane has 20, sorry, we do this one first. So 16 times 0.1 plus 20 times 0.2. So this one is $5.60. So we know Jane has $5.60 in 10 cents, 20 cents coins. Understand, Zoe? So the making the list is a very good way for us to find out all the answers. So I want you to do B, C, D, E, F. Done? Okay, so if you list all of them, it's going to be nothing hard at all, right? Correct, Amelia? Okay, who
I'm
has
trying to do
S?
that.
Yeah. Okay, who has S 20? So you can take a look at this one. So Lisa has 16 of the 20 cents coins and has what? 10 of the things. So obviously this is not right, right? So 8 and 8. Who has twice as money as 20 points as 10? So 20 cents and 10 cents is 2 to 1 already. So this one is exactly the same. So the Fred, correct? Right? Because Fred has the same amount of number of the 20 coins and the 10 coins, Amelia. So the value will be exactly doubled. Get it? Okay, so this one, if you list together, there should be no problem at all, right? So we're not going to spend times on that. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. So this time it's going to be a little bit harder, okay? Answer all questions during your work and write your statement clearly. Maria scored an average of 90 points on 6 tests. The total score of each test was 100 points. Find the lowest possible score she could have obtained. Okay, so Maria scored an average of 90 on 6 tests. The total score for each test is 100. Find the lowest possible score he can have obtained. What does it mean? So in order to get 90 for one of them, this question is hard, right? So 6 of them, and I want to plus them all together and divide it by 6 equals 90. We can have each of them equals 90. Or I can have all of them equals 100, but have the last one as lower as possible. Correct? So for each one of them, I need to minus 10, minus 10, minus 10, minus 10, minus 10. So for that last one, we minus what? Minus 50 for all of them. So the answer is 40. So the lowest possible he can get is 40. In order to get still, the average will be 90, but the rest of them hit the full score. Understand me? Okay, so this question is a little bit hard. So find the average of the whole number from 1 to 1,000. Find the average of the whole number. So this one is easy, right? So 1 plus 1,000 times 1,000 divided by 1,000, right? Right. But the thing about it is if we're using the example 2 as example, so maybe not very good way, okay? So how many times does 1 show up? How many times does 10 show up? How many times does the 100 shows up? How many times does the 1,000 show up? I want you to think about this way and get back to me for the next class. Okay, so if you're using this new way to do that. Still, you can calculate it because it's 1 plus 1,000 times 1,000 divided by 1,000. Very easy. But if you think about the digit or the place value, place value, so you're going to find out the different way. Okay, so 12 cinemas have average of 800 customers each day. 4 of the cinema closed down, but the total number of the customers remain the same. What is the new average number of the customers? Okay, everybody think about it. Okay, so how do we do it? The 12 cinema have average of, so there are like 12 cinemas altogether, an average of the 800 customers each day. So 12 times 800, right? So full of the cinema closed down, but the total number, so how many of them? So divided by 4. 12 minus 4, right? So it's 12 times 800 divided by 8. So do we have to calculate it? We simplify first, so it's 1,200. Get it, Amelia? So I don't want you to calculate 12 times 800 and divide it by 8. That will be hard, okay? So we just eliminate and simplify it first and then do this, okay? So the average weight height of Esther, Felicia, George is 151. Esther is 8 centimeters shorter than Felicia, and George is 19 centimeters taller than Esther. Find the height of Esther, Felicia, and George. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. It should be very easy because we know the average of 3 people and we know the relationship between these two. Okay, so let's calculate it. Finished? Okay, so let's take a look at this one. The average height of Esther, Felicia, and George is 151. Okay, so I can say Esther, Felicia, and George are 151 and 151 and 151. So they're going to change based on these numbers, right? So Esther is 8 centimeters shorter than Felicia. Okay, so we can say minus 8 plus 8. So equals 143 and 159. Can we see that? And George is 19 centimeters taller than Esther. So we can say compare with Esther. So it's plus 19. So it's 162. Is it right? I'm not sure. Okay, but let's take a look at this one. So is it right? But we can say this one is no problem, right? But we need to compare with George because George's base number is 151, correct? Zoe? Okay, so if this one is plus 19, but this is not right. So this one is not right way. So let's take a look at this one, the average. So we can say Esther plus Felicia and plus George is 151 plus times 3 equals 453, correct? Everybody, do you get it? Okay, because Esther plus 8 equals Felicia, correct? So Felicia can be rewritten as Esther plus 8, correct? And George is 19 taller, so Esther plus 19 equals George, correct? So George is gone equals Esther plus 19. So we can put Esther plus Esther plus Esther plus 27 equals 453. And by calculate it, you can get what is the value of Esther. Get it, Amelia? And then we can calculate it. So it's 3 Esther equals 453 minus 27 equals 426. So Esther equals 142. Correct? Okay, so you can calculate it based on that. Okay, so let's take a look at number 5. There are 5 packages in a room. The masses of the package are in whole number. If each package has different mass, and the average mass of the package of 16 kg, what is the heaviest and what is heaviest that the package could be? Okay. Okay, let me start to do that. Okay, so there are all together 5 packages in the room. The mass of the package are in the whole number. So what does it mean? There's no digits. If each package has different mass, so that means 5 package has all different numbers. So we can just using A, B, C, D, E to represent each of them. And the average mass of the whole package, all the packages 16. So it's divided by 5 equals 16. So altogether, they times together equals 80 kilograms, right? So let's see. In order to make one of them heaviest, the other one must be as light as possible. So we can make 1, 2, 3, 4. Why? Because they're whole number, and plus they cannot be equals to each other. So 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 equals what? Equals 10. So the heaviest one equals 80 minus 10 equals 70 kilograms. Understand, everybody? Okay, so let's take a look at number 6. The average mass of the group of the adults is 72 kilograms. 4/9 of the adults are men, and the rest are women. The average mass of the men is 82. What is the average mass of the women? Okay. So 好了，告诉我。OK， 做完了吗 ？OK，我来说一下啊。The average mass of the group of adults is 72. 4/9 of the adults are men. OK, so the number of the adults must be the multiplication of 7. Are you clear? Right? Multiplication 9. Because 如果它不是9的倍数，就会出现什么啊？如果我有100个人，他说 4/9 is men，那就会出现什么？什么44.2个人，对不对？ So it's impossible， 我们不可能出现0.2个人，对不对？ Okay, so the multiplication must be the 9th thing. So the rest of the average mass of the man is 82. Okay, so I don't know how many of them, but I can say 4 men and 5 women. Can we say that? I can see that, right? So the total is 9 people. So 72 times 9 minus 82 times 4 and divided by 5. That's done. Get it? We don't have to really calculate how many questions, how many numbers of people are there. We can just say there are 9 people. Can we do that, Amelia? Can we do that, Grace? Right? So the smaller number, the better. The average of 16 consecutive odd number is 122. Find the smallest odd number.
What's a consecutive odd number again?
Consecutive number, odd number, like 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. consecutive odd number. Okay, so average of 16 consecutive number, odd. Okay, so let's study what is the thing, odd numbers. So 1, 3, 5, 7 are odd numbers, right? And if you plus them together and divide it by 4, you're going to find out what is the number. So 16 divided by 4 equals what? Equals 4. So it's exactly the two middle numbers division. So divided by 2, so 3 plus 5 divided by 2 equals 4, right? So how many numbers are there? 122. So 122 divided by 16, we can have what? 7? No, I don't think it's divisible. So 61, right? So it's not divisible by. So that means it's not a whole number, right? So let's take a look at this one. So we can say, so 122 divided by 16, we equals what? It's very close to 7, right? But not really to 8. So we can just try to do 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, and you just try to find out the number. The average number. Oh, sorry, it's my fault. So the average number of the 16, so it's 122 times 16. Okay, so the total number is that. But we want to know the middle number of these two. So because the middle number, remember, is always, so 122 times 2 equals what? Equals 244. So 244 equals what? Equals 121 plus 123. Correct, everybody? Okay, so that's the middle number. So we're going to, so this is 16. So this is 8, this is 9. So we can just find out the smallest. So we can just go back to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, Mimi, no. So 119, 117, 115, 113, 111. So you just go back and find out the smallest number. Get it? Amelia? Okay, Zoe. So let's take a look at number 8. So when you don't know the pattern of anything, to start with the smaller number is such a good method to do that. Okay, the average of 10 consecutive odd number is 100. Find the sum of the smallest and greatest odd number. So what does it mean? That means you want to find the first one and last one. This question is very easy. I already give you a clue for the very early question if you understand. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to just using 1357 again as example, okay? So if you take a look at this one, the average is always the biggest one and the smallest one divided by 2, correct? Okay, so I can just using 1357 and 9 and 11 as example. So your plus all together equals what? Equals 36, and 36 divided by 6 equals 6. So it's always the last one and the first one times together and divided by 2. So if the average of 10 consecutive odd number is 100, so what is the sum? 100 times 2 equals 200, and you're done. Get it, Zoe? Very quick, okay? So today, I know everybody, you know how to do the average, but I'm teaching you the way of doing average what? Much quicker, very quick, okay? So let's take a look at this question. The average test score of Aaron and Bob is 16. The average test score for Bob and Chris is 18. The average test for Chris and Don is 21. What is the average test for Aaron and Don? Okay, so the average test score for the Aaron is so A plus B equals 16, B plus C equals 18, and C plus D equals 21, right? So what does it mean? So what is the average test scores for Aaron and thing? So you can just plus these two together equals what? Oh, sorry. A plus B equals 16 times 2, what I'm doing. This one times 2, this one times 2, correct? Correct? So don't forget the times 2, what I'm doing, okay? So A plus B equals 32, and B plus C equals 36, and C plus D equals 42, correct? It should be like that. This one's wrong. Correct? Okay, so everybody, if you have, so we want to find out A plus D equals what, correct? So if you take a look at this one, so A plus B plus C, sorry, A plus B minus B plus C equals what? So it's A, C minus A equals 4, correct? Oh, sorry, you should be plus all together. So it's A plus 2B plus 2C plus D equals 32 plus 36 plus 42, right? And we can just using all of them minus 36 times 2. So BC has gone, so we get 80. Get it, Zoe? Get it, Amelia? Okay, so that's it for today's class, okay? So I want everybody to redo. So we're going to have, I think, another 2 questions. Yeah, and that's it, okay? So I want all of you to redo all the questions, and I want to see how you get it and show me like the details of everything. Get it, everybody? Okay, so that's it for today's class, okay? Bye, everybody. Bye-bye.